What is up, Warriors? I'm the Design Warrior here with my pal Ryan Best, and we're hanging out at Boston Comic Con representing GNP Project. So we wanted to just ask you a few questions, like what inspired you to get into animation or illustration?
Okay. Well, when I was little, I started watching X-Men, Spider-Man, like the cartoon shows from the '90s.
Oh
The
my gosh, yeah.
Can't fail with the Bruce Timm Batman series that was
Oh
out.
my gosh.
And I guess I just never grew out of that. I always loved those characters.
Yeah.
But in addition to that, my dad was an artist too.
Oh wow.
And so he always had a bunch of drawings he did when
Yeah.
he was in college and when he was
Sure.
younger.
Mhm.
And so I'd see those and I would try to be as good as him.
Yeah.
And then I'd, throw in my love of superheroes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And since he was an artist, he was always very encouraging of me to draw.
Okay, great.
So I had a lot of support from him and my mom.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's pretty much how why I'm here today.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome. And you named some classic shows, which
Yeah.
I know I grew up on. I know a lot of our fans grew up on, and I'm just so happy that you said that because you cannot mention illustrating and art without having to mention those classics as inspirations. Definitely, to a lot of illustrators all over. So, if you had to name your top 3 artists right now, who would it be?
Ooh, top 3 artists.
Yeah.
Adam Hughes,
Oh, nice one.
Stuart Emanen, and there's too many.
You gotta narrow it down to just 3.
Yeah, and lately I've been really into Greg Tokini,
Okay,
the guy
okay.
illustrating Low
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
from
yeah.
Image Comics.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's so different from the other
Yeah,
ones that I'm really
definitely.
into that
Yeah.
it's pretty awesome.
I must admit, I really love what Image Comics is doing. I love a lot of the things that they're producing out there.
Yeah, I do too. They have a great variety and very talented and obviously passionate comic book.
Yeah, you
creators.
see that, definitely. So out of the 3, who do you think you draw inspiration from the most and that influences your artwork?
That influences my artwork for the most would probably be Adam Hughes.
Okay, yeah.
And maybe not so much in style as in process.
Okay.
I'm pretty obsessed with the guy, so I've read everything he's put out.
Okay.
And he seems very much like whenever he talks about art, he kind of like lays out what you need to do to be successful. And so
Yeah.
I feel like I follow what he says to do
Yeah.
rather than just look at his art and try
Okay.
to copy it,
Okay, great. So I guess you kind of you really just created my next question. What's your creative process?
Well, being an illustrator, you're kind of lucky in the fact that you don't have to constantly generate new ideas
uh-huh.
to motivate yourself.
Awesome, yeah, that's true.
I do this for a living, so most of the time, people present me with an issue or like present me with a task and are like complete it to the best of your ability.
Mm-hmm.
And so for it to be fun for me, the only way that like I can make something fun is to like really explore it and be creative with it. If someone's like, "Oh, draw somebody walking into a room,"
Yeah.
if I take that at just face value, it's going to be a boring drawing.
Mm-hmm.
But the best artists can make anything really exciting, and you can find fun in drawing like anything pretty
Yeah.
much. So
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Okay, so my next question is, what are some notable works that you've or projects that you've worked on?
okay, some stuff that I've worked on is the Cinderella series from Zenoscope. That was my
Nice,
first
yes.
Nationally published and circulated book.
Yeah.
I'm actually working currently on, they have a 10th anniversary issue coming up for Cinderella. It's going to be 38 pages.
Yes.
So that'll be coming out in the next couple months.
Okay.
And then while I'm working on those, I'm also working on several independently produced projects. One is called Evolution. It's kind of like a post-apocalyptic mutants versus superheroes kind of thing.
Always nice.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'm also working on a sci-fi horror space comic book called Judas Breed.
Nice.
The first issue is out of that, and the first issue is out of Evolution, and I'm currently pretty deep into making the second issue for both of those.
Wow, you've got a lot going on.
Yeah, I do. And I'm doing pencils, inks, and colors
Oh,
on
wow.
both of those.
That's really intense.
Yeah.
So if somebody wanted to go out and get your art now, where could they go and get it?
On Comixology, if they look up Judas Breed on
Nice.
Comixology.
Yep.
If you just Google Evolution, you can find it on there. They have a link to buy it. And then you can go to Xenoscope.com and buy any of the Cinderella series from that as well.
All right, so now we've come to the part of the Q&A, what I like to call shameless plug. So is there anything else that you like to just put in there as a shameless plug to throw out?
I don't know. I kind of like said everything.
Kinda covered it all.
I kind of covered it all, yeah.
All right, cool. Well, thanks for taking the time out to talk with us.
Thank you.
We really appreciate it, all right? Thanks a lot.
GNP Project rocks.